This is a Saturday Morning TVLog from Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. Welcome to another Saturday Morning TVLog, and this time around it's Fantastic Voyage, brought to us by Filmation and 20th Century Fox. Greetings, my fellow YouTubers. I'm Doyle, the Big D to you. This is Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So this week's Saturday Morning TVLog is the animated series of the 1966 film Fantastic Voyage. Now, although I have yet to review that film, but I will sometime if I happen to encounter it. I last saw it was on YouTube, so if it's still up on there, I'll watch it and review it later on next month, maybe. We'll see. Anyway, this of course is based on the movie, but it has a few, well, with different characters though, and a few changes from the movie. Anyway, the show originally premiered on ABC in September of 1968. So henceforth, this means I'm celebrating its anniversary just a little early. It only lasted 17 seasons, going to January of the following year, but however, it was rerun for the next season. Of course, this was actually the second series Filmation produced with Fox after recently doing Journey to the Center of the Earth the previous year, which I also have yet to see, and also I have yet to review that film, or see maybe it's, well, some episodes of that. I know I saw an episode a few years ago, but let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. Anyway, now the premise of the series is the story of the CMDF, just like it is in the movie. However, it's called Combined Miniature Defense Force instead of Combined Miniaturized Deterrent Force. Also, another thing that was changed from the film, because aside from the ship's crew, it included the duration of the miniaturization, because it was 1 hour in the film, but 12 in the animated series. But anyway, the CMDF is a secret U.S. government organization that possessed the ability to reduce people to microscopic size. Now, of course, there was a different crew and what have you, not like in the movie. The main characters were Commander Jonathan Kidd, doctor and biologist Erica Lane, scientist Busby Birdwell, who happens to be a little bit of the show's comic relief, and a master of mysterious powers known only as Guru. The team was reduced in size for its missions, each miniaturization period having a time limit of 12 hours. And it traveled around in a microscopic flying submarine, which is called the Voyager, which Birdwell created. Doing battle against the unseen, unsuspected enemies of the free world, both criminal and germinal matter, the missions of the team were given out and supervised by Professor Carter, in charge of the miniaturization process, and a character usually referred to as the Chief, who was always seen only in shadow. Now, Chief was presumably the overall leader of the CMDF. Occasionally, the four were accompanied by people who did not work for the organization, but who Professor Carter and the Chief felt would be helpful. More often than not, these people were villains. Now, the series featured character voices provided by Marvin Miller, Jane Webb, who of course was certainly no stranger to Filmation, as she had already started doing stuff for them that same year, because she had started voicing Betty and Veronica in the Archie series, and Barbara Gordon, alias Batgirl, and the Catwoman in the Batman series, which premiered on the Batman Superman Hour. Both those shows were, however, on CBS. And Ted Knight, who recently who had already done narration for the DC superhero tunes. Of course, Lou Scheimer and Norm Prescott were the producers, and director was Hal Sutherland. Gordon Zoller was the music provider. Now, while the series was in production, the Aurora Model Company developed a plastic model of the Voyager, releasing it only a month before the series cancellation was announced. Due to the short run of the show, this kit received only one press run, and as a result, it is one of the rarest kits to find in the Aurora line. A contributing factor to this scarcity is that most of the kits were bought for use as toys by fans of the show, rather than as static display or collector's items. Thus, they were lost, broken, or disposed of long before the show. Well, not the show, but before they became collectibles. And believe me, unbuilt inbox kits have been sold on eBay for very big prices and what have you. I don't want to give them out because then y'all will probably be, you know. Now, however, Polar Lights, a company which owned the rights to reproduce the kit, well, passed on re-releasing the subject. And because the company's director stated that they had to produce much more in-demand subjects in order to be able to afford even considering the production of such niche products. However, a company named Mobius Models retooled from an original kit and went into production on a reproduction Voyager kit, including the original distinctive Delta-shaped stand used for Aurora aircraft models. I've never actually had a look at one of those, but I will tell you, it looks pretty cool and what have you. But anyway, I just thought I'd give you a little heads up on the Voyager thing I mean, according to my sources. Now then, after a total of 17 episodes were produced and aired, the show ended. However, the show had never been seen again until 1992 when the Sci-Fi Channel aired it as part of their Cartoon Quest block. Journey to the Center of the Earth was also on there. I never got to see it though. And well, after I did research on Filmation for numerous years, I had always wanted to see what the show was. And then I managed to encounter it on YouTube. I only found maybe one episode. However, while despite there's no plans to release the series in Region 1 form on DVD or Blu-ray, the whole series is actually currently available on YouTube, though. And the show was released on DVD in the UK years previously, in 2011 by Revelation Films. So anyway, you can find all 17 episodes on YouTube, if you're interested. Now, I've watched 10 episodes so far, so I've watched over half of the series. Usually I do watch a whole short-lived series before I do these, but I've been getting a little sidetracked, being busy with my plans for my channel and what have you, so I apologize. But anyway, the Fantastic Voyage animated series is not bad. It's pretty cool and what have you. I think you'll really like it once you get to see it. Here, let me give you a better look at the characters. Now, here's a look at the characters. Now, from left to right, there's Guru, then there's Erica, Jonathan Kidd with the eye patch, and then, of course, the other one, the one with the glasses, is Busby Birdwell. Like I said, he's kind of a card at times, which means he's the comic relief. You'll know why when you see this. And here's a good look at what the Voyager looks like in its big form and what have you. Now, after watching most of the series, actually one episode was kind of followed a similar premise to that of the movie, which came out a couple years before this. And some episodes did have a little bit of a continuation with a previous villain that they encountered. One that was referred to as the Spy. Anyway, like I said, Fantastic Voyage, well, it is a pretty good show, but I don't really consider it to be one of the greatest that Filmation ever gave to us, because I've watched just about a lot of other Filmation programs, and I'm going to say this is still a pretty good show. I mean, if you like some shows that came out after this, like maybe the Star Trek animated series, you'll probably feel right at home with the Fantastic Voyage cartoon. Or same if you've seen the movie. But anyway, Fantastic Voyage, it's a pretty good show. It would have been cool to see if it had gone on. But during the time, Gold Key Comics also put only a couple of issues of a comic book series as well. So anyway, so now you know about Fantastic Voyage, the animated series. Short-lived, but I still think it's pretty good. Oh yeah, and I almost forgot, Ted Knight also does the opening narration for this. So, I hope you will be on your toes. I think for this, I think if you like the movie, I think, or maybe later shows like the Star Trek animated series, which was also produced by Filmation, I think you'll feel right at home with Fantastic Voyage. It's pretty good. So if you've seen the Fantastic Voyage animated series, let me know in the comments section below. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation. And we'll have another video coming up later on tonight. I'm not sure what it's going to be. It will be a spoiler-free review of one of the 2 new movies that just came out yesterday, so stay tuned for that. So, if you like this, consider checking out these other Saturday Morning TV logs. In the upper left-hand corner is the Saturday Morning TV log on the show I was just talking about, and that's the animated Star Trek from 1973. Excuse me, everyone. Or if you like, go to the upper right-hand corner and see my Saturday Morning TV log for another show that Ted Knight did narration for, and that was the original Super Friends, also from 1973. Or if you would like, let's see, something else, but more cooler, but with more cooler and action-packed feel to it, or something like that, go to the bottom left-hand corner and see last week's Saturday Morning TV log of the Sky Server Strike Force. That could use a few more views than just a measly 5. Not that I'm trying to force y'all to watch it, but please. And the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe if you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., as well as the Saturday Morning TV log. Then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching, and next week's Saturday Morning TV log is Beethoven, based on the movie with the lovable Saint Bernard. So until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.